Cowan station. That train didn't stop. On the railway tracks, crossing the tracks. And we're heading for the Great North Walk. Around here somewhere. Mick Angelhere here, and welcome to Mick Angelhere's Australia. Right now I'm on the Jerusalem Bay track. And you get that from Cowan, and it's pretty rugged. If you have walking issues, I don't think you want to be walking on this track. It's pretty interesting. I make my way down to the bay. It's called Jerusalem Bay. I've never actually been down this track. It's one of the many bushwalking tracks. The train station that you saw there is you can catch a train there. You can drive there, park, drive done. And this track is part of what's called the Great North Walk. The Great North Walk, actually, you can walk all the way from Sydney to Brisbane. Yep, you can do that. And that's why it's called the Great North Walk. We've just had a lot of rain, so the track's a bit wet. Gonna have to cross that without falling over. Blimey. Success, I didn't fall over. Pretty dodgy that though. My shoes got wet. Normally it wouldn't be like this, but a lot of rain, lots of water. This is the type of terrain you get on this Jerusalem Bay track. Like I said, if you have walking issues and stuff like that, this may not be the track for you. Mate, it's wet too. The track's flooded a bit. Beautiful though. Oh man, gotta keep going. But the thing about going downhill is you gotta walk back uphill. Gotta keep going. One thing for sure is you will definitely get a shower. Get clean. Pretty cool. As you can see, a tree has fallen across the track here. We are on the Jerusalem Bay track at Ku-ring-gai Chase National Park, and it is quite a popular spot, and it's testament to the violence of the storm. There's been a bit of a landslip here. That rock and this tree have fallen onto the track. You can see, I don't know whether the tree hit the rock. Yeah, the tree's obviously, but that's why even now it's still unstable. The land just gives way, the soil gives way, the trees crash down. It's damaged the rock a bit here. Yes, it's look at this. Nature's violence, fury. These trees are just branches. Whoa! A lot of damage, a lot of water, a lot of violence in the storms we had. It's 2.5 kilometers from Cowan station to Jerusalem Bay, so they say. So, and a lot of it's downhill, so which means when I go back up, it goes all the way back uphill. That stuff is clay, and it's slippery when it's wet. Slippery, slippery stuff. Gotta be careful here. Right. Slippery. All over the shop. Ah. Got a bit of an archway here. Oh. Made it safely without slipping. Wow, look how big this is. A big tree, this one. Now this is one very old red gum. Look at the size of this. It's massive. That's one old red gum, this one. Beautiful, amazing. Such a sturdy tree. Well, over 100 years old for sure. Wow. Handy bit of shelter. Well, this is Jerusalem Bay, and that leads out to Pittwater. As you can see, it's an absolutely beautiful spot, and a beautiful day. You go swimming in there, but I really wouldn't go swimming in the water today because we've had a lot of rain, a lot of nutrients being pushed into the river, and sharks, bull sharks love this kind of water. So yes, but look at that, it's quite spectacular. Now, one thing when you go bushwalking, you must always ensure you have one very, very vital, most important thing you can take with you on a bushwalk, and that is water. Because I left my water bottle in my car, which means I've got no water to drink. That's okay, I can cope. We can survive 3 days without water. It's not a stinking hot day, so I'm only about an hour's walk to my car. So yes, make sure you always have your water with you. I'm thirsty, but I can cope. I have a long drink when I get back to the car. But I'm not too stressed about it, because even though there's a lot of water here, that's actually salt water, by the way, I can always grab a drink on one of the rapids when the waterfall, because a lot of that will get filtered out, all the muck. But we can last 3 days without water, so that's okay. I've got 2 days. I've got 3 days. But also another thing is, it's not a stinking hot day like that day I did that bushwalk when it about almost 40 degrees a couple of weeks back. If I had been there, if it had been like that, I've been real strife, because heat stroke is a real problem when you go bushwalking anywhere really. So nevertheless, I'm going to make my way back to my car, because I'm not going to go exploring any further because I've got no water. So I have to come down here another day. You thought me being a real bushman, the professional bushman, that I'd be experienced enough to be able to make sure I have water. But I woke up this morning and I was a bit out there this morning, I suppose. So yes, always make sure, don't assume, because I did the biggest mistake I did was I simply assumed. Damn. Jerusalem Bay, unfortunately, because of lack of water, no water, I cannot continue on further, so I must get myself back to the car. But as you can see, it is quite spectacular. The track itself, it is a challenge, and particularly being wet, it can be very slippery. But if you're reasonably good condition, should be all right. But be prepared for it's part of the Great North Walk to Brisbane. It is a very popular track. I've passed that many people, some serious bushwalkers, some casual walkers. There's one bloke we all geared up with as if it's in some endurance thing, you know, poles in each hand. So yeah, it's a very popular track. In fact, this is the easiest section, and this is in Ku-ring-gai Chase National Park, and Sydney is blessed with many national parks, and we are very, very fortunate that we can get away from the city, and it is truly an amazing place. So if you are into bushwalking, hiking, and you are in Australia, definitely try out the Jerusalem Bay track, the Barrowa track, Bobbin Head, part of the Great North Walk, because it is truly, truly an amazing place. And as I said, you can do this walk all the way to Brisbane. Not that I'll be doing that. Yep, almost there to the top. Oh, that's going to be interesting. Oh, made that. Oh, I need that water. I'm going to need a serious water drink. Oh, and that is the Jerusalem Bay track done and dusted. As you can see, I'm almost to my car and I can have that drink of water. I am looking forward to that. This overpass is over the M1, which used to be the F3, but now they changed it to the M1, which is the main highway, motorway, Melbourne to Brisbane. This is the Jerusalem Bay track at the beginning. So you will need to get onto the old Pacific Highway if you're going to drive to get to Cowan Station. So get to the Jerusalem Bay track. You've got to walk up from the station to here. You've got the sign there. As you can see, Great North Walk. Got my water. It's been in the hot car all day. Yep, it's hot, but it's being rehydrated. It's like it's come out of a hot tap water, but I think I'll go to the cafe and get something a bit cooler. Iced coffee. That sounds an idea.